Nobody loves talking about polls more than Donald Trump, but we didn't hear him say much today about the newest national survey by Fox News. It shows Trump trailing Hillary Clinton in a general election matchup 42% to 39%. That's a 6-point drop from a month ago for the presumptive Republican nominee. Trump's strength with Republicans and among men seems still to be growing, but this poll shows a 12-point swing in Clinton's direction among independents since mid-May. John, it's important to note that this poll was in the field before those big Clinton endorsements yesterday, so he's probably get an even bigger bump in the coming days. How worried do you think the Trump campaign, as it exists, whatever the campaign is, right, should they be more worried than they seem to be?
Well, I think that the point you make is the relevant point, Mike. We are going to see Hillary Clinton, as she has with astonishing speed moved to start unifying the Democratic Party. She's going to see a lift, the traditional lift. She's now the presumptive nominee, got a lot of people behind her. Bernie Sanders is falling in line. She's going to get a big lift. But I have to say, if I'm Donald Trump, looking at just the overall, the 6-point drop, given how horrible the last couple weeks have been for him, he might have expected it to be worse than what he's seen today. He might, I think wrongly, but he might be looking at those numbers saying, I only dropped 6 points after all of that? I can make that up.
Well, I don't disagree with you because Donald Trump is Donald Trump. I mean, he sees bright lights and everything. But anyone around him who has his ear, and I don't know that is anyone, I would think they would be very worried because you can sense just anecdotally sort of a mini collapse within that campaign right now. And then in the few weeks prior to the Democrat convention, Republican convention, he is going to be set in cement by the Democratic campaign against him.
And look, and that number with independents is the worrying thing. That's the thing if you're Trump's people or Trump and you're really focused on this poll. That's the thing you're most worried about because his strength with independents has been a large part of why he's been able to keep, so far, be kind of neck and neck with Clinton. If the bottom falls out among independent voters, available voters, not partisan Democrats, not partisan Republicans, if the bottom falls out there, he has no chance to ever beat Hillary Clinton. And that, at least right now, seems to be what's happening.
Well, yeah, and I don't think the Trump campaign people have factored into the equation that there aren't enough white men in America to elect him president of the United States. If that is what he's depending on.
White men are your specialty. Those are your people.
Well,
Let's be clear. I mean, like one of the whitest men I've ever seen. You know something about white men, but there's not enough of you out there, is what you're saying. The
Correct.
Conservative version of you.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, look, the demographics are stacked against him, and that's why I say, with these independent voters, they've been attracted to Trump all along. What this poll suggests is that independent voters have been affected in a significant way by all of the negative headlines and the controversy and Trump's racist comments. And that is, again, real reason for worry.